Right, and welcome back. So we're asking you this morning in our question of the day as well, very much related to our call-in question, our discussion this morning with you. What are those Christmas traditions that you miss from your childhood, or do you still practice some of them now with your family? And you can call us in on 011 714 5958 or 011 714 5877. Those are the two lines that are open to you. Let us know as we go down memory lane and reminisce. Leanne, so let's start with you. Obviously I don't celebrate Christmas in the sense that I am not of the Christian faith, but obviously it's something that you can't get away from in a country that is predominantly Christian. Those celebrations are all around you. Yeah. And yes, we all know them. We all got a sense and got to live in through those celebrations, regardless of who you are or what religious persuasion you belong to. And yeah, I remember very vividly some of those Christmas traditions. Like, you knew that the houses would be spring cleaned. Like, the mothers went into overdrive
of cleaning,
at least in where I grew up. Yeah. So there was the spring cleaning, the painting of the houses, all in anticipation. The clothes were absolutely the highlight.
Yes, bags of clothes being bought.
And you'd have clothes for Christmas and for Boxing Day.
Yeah. That's so lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously, we celebrated, but I mean, for me, it was just, I just remember it being a very big time of family. And we would just have all the family coming together. And, you'd all gather on Christmas Eve. So you'd have a big Christmas Eve celebration where you'd have somebody dressing up as Santa, handing out presents, food, and just fun and singing and carols. And we'd get to the point where we'd actually go to midnight mass. So we'd go to the celebration of the Christmas Mass, but at midnight. And you'd sing the Christmas carols in the church, and then, of course, they'd have the session through, and you'd all stand there with candles, and it was just beautiful. Then Christmas morning, you'd wake up, and then, of course, you'd hope Father Christmas visited you, and hopefully the tree had some presents under, and it was a beautiful time. It was a really exciting time, and everywhere you looked, there was that celebration. But it just, I don't know. Maybe it's a growing older thing.
Okay. But what are we imparting to our children in terms of the traditions that we grew up?
We try the same.
Hold
that thought.
Aaron is calling us from Kwandebele.
Yeah.
So let's find out from Aaron. Aaron, good morning. So what do you miss in terms of the traditions of your childhood and, of course, Christmas?
Hi, Fatima and the team. What I miss, the best moments that we had is that when we all passed at school, our father will slaughter a goat on a Christmas day, and that will be a very joyful moment for us as kids.
Oh, lovely.
So what if one of you failed, Aaron? What would happen?
Excuse me?
If one of you failed, would you still have the goat slaughtered or not?
No. I'll motivate. Like, he will motivate those that failed, and also make sure that all those that passed are enjoying the moment. Like, he was not discouraging those that failed. He will continue slaughtering a goat even if one of them failed.
Oh, that's fabulous, and definitely was something to look forward to. Do you still do anything like that with your children, or have you started any new traditions with your children, Aaron?
You know what? Times have changed, eh? But what I am doing, I am making sure that I'm taking them out. Like, I just take one day, like during the holidays, then take them out. And then even if one fails, but I just make sure that I also keep them motivated. Because, like, for instance, if you are selective, like doing away with those that failed, then you're not building the spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron, thank you so much for calling us and for sharing your story with us. Really appreciate it. And a beautiful one there, just keeping the kids motivated. Leanne?
Yeah, stunning. I think we've got William on the line now. William, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi, William. Where are you calling us from?
I'm in Pinoni. How are you?
Very good. Very good. Thanks so much for calling us. Talk to us. What are some of your traditions?
I miss those days. Yeah. I remember when I was about 7, 8 years, I went to visit my auntie. Me and my cousin, we slept in the dining room. So she baked cakes, he put them on the container in the dining room. So at night, he stole all of them, he ate them. In the morning, Christmas, there was nothing left to share. Hey, we got eaten that morning. I can't forget it.
Oh, man, those are such good memories. Do you still do the same with your family? I mean, do you try and do those traditions?
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing how at a time like this you think of family that you haven't thought of for years, and you know those memories of maybe people that have passed or family that have passed that made you feel special at this time. It's incredible how you just can't stop thinking about them now.
Yes.
Well, William, listen, we wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and enjoy being with your family.
And the whole South Africa and the president. Our president, all the leaders in the parliament, everyone, the pastors, the prophet of God.
Yeah.
Power.
Indeed.
Even SABC, everyone, God must bless you. No one will die of COVID in the SABC.
Thank you, William. Thank you so much. And to you and yours as well. Loving hearing from you all. I know we've got another phone call, I think, coming through. Sakina, who are we speaking to now?
Well, we're going to Sabi now. Nduna's calling us. Good morning, Nduna.
Morning. I'm calling from the beautiful town and beautiful, place of Sabi. In Mpumalanga, if you've not been to Sabi, you've not been anywhere.
This is true.
Count.
This is very true.
Yes.
I can vouch for that, Nduna.
Yes, beautiful memories I remember about Christmas is that, we used to be, a united, family, extended family from my mother, from my father, during Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, when they dish morning breakfast, they used to have a big dish, and they will cut the bread, slice the bread into pieces there, and we will come together, eat as a family together. From my father's side and from mother's side, and they will slaughter a beast. And after slaughtering the beast, my father used to be a generous person. He would take piece to each and every neighbor, and the inside of the intestines of the beast will be shared among the neighbors and family friends. Christmas used to be a time of togetherness, a time of feeling that you don't belong alone, you belong to your family members and extended family members. And that period is gone.
But why? Why, Nduna? What is it that we are doing now? Because, as a Muslim, I can tell you that I kind of have the same sort of sentiment about Eid these days, whereby it just feels a lot more scattered. We are not as united as we used to be around these celebrations.
Exactly. That is greediness. To me, it's just greediness and not wanting to share. Not asking yourself that the sense of belonging, that you belong somewhere. You belong somewhere. We need maybe to revive that Ubuntu-ness of us, which is gone, and try to extend it and teach it back to our children and descendants to come. That is what makes us as people, and where do we come from? That smaller element of unity.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally. And I think that's a big part of what we are missing now, regardless.
We are missing exactly, yes.
Yeah. But Nduna, thank you so much from the beautiful Sabi in my home province of Mpumalanga. And please have a safe one. Be safe and enjoy your Christmas holidays. And, of course, keep watching Morning Live. And, Leanne, before I get over to you, Nduna mentioned such an important point about belonging, a sense of belonging and a sense of family and togetherness. And it wouldn't necessarily just be your family, because you'd go from one house to the next and everybody would be sharing in this festive spirit, the festivities. And I must say, I found that it is the matriarchs in the family. Once the matriarchs pass on, something something slips.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to carry that on. I mean, I know that. That was exactly the same. I mean, when I think of memories, I think of memories from first my grandmother, then of course my mother. Now it is up to me. You know, that's the reality, is that you, and it's also a time of inclusivity. You want everybody to be together. You don't want people being alone for Christmas. But, you know, I've also, honestly, we've got to keep in our minds as well where we've been for the last 2 years. We've been isolated from one another and told to avoid crowds, told to avoid packed spaces and big gatherings. So, you know, it's also changed, and I'm hoping we go back to normal. But let's hear what Thabo has to say. I know Thabo's calling us from Pretoria. Thabo, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Leon.
How are you celebrating Christmas? What are the memories that you remember?
I'm fine, Leon.
Good.
Yeah, I just want to say, I'm just thinking of this all day. We used to gather to talk, waiting for this day, Christmas.
Oh, Thabo, I'm struggling. I'm really, really struggling to hear Thabo. I don't know if we can try and maybe boost the sound on your side, or maybe you can speak more into the phone. Try again, Thabo.
Hello, this is Lorato speaking from
all right.
Northwest.
We'll get Thabo on another call. Lorato, you're speaking to Leanne. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you, Leanne?
I'm good. I'm well. Talk to us. What are your traditions? What do you miss about Christmas, or what do you still do at this time?
No, normally in Christmas, we normally have family gatherings and we stay together as family, enjoy prime meat and all that.
Yeah.
But this Christmas, we are unable to do that because we don't even have water. It's 3 days now without water here in Kuma, Northwest.
Yeah. You know,
and our worry now is this COVID thing. So people are sick, so we don't know what to do, Leanne.
Yeah. You know, your story is something that I think everybody is struggling with at the moment. I mean, besides obviously the water, but it's how long haven't you had water for?
It's the 3rd day today.
The 3rd day. And any chance, any word, are they coming to fix it? Are they going to do anything about it? Are they trying?
No, they are just telling us the stories about the valves, but they are not doing anything. And even the trucks that are bringing water, the water is dirty. They tell us that we must boil the water. Where will we get the electricity to boil that water? So it's a challenge for us.
Lorato, this is, I think you're answering one of our questions, and the question is, why isn't this the same? And this is one of the reasons why it isn't the same, is that, things just seem to be so much harder, to try and be together and to try and be happy and to enjoy yourselves when you've got all the elements against you. But listen, Lorato, we're sending you love, and I do hope that gets sorted out, at least the water, and you enjoy being with the small family that you do have with you.
Thank you, Leanne.
Blessings to you and your family, Lorato. Yeah, Sakina, that's unfortunately the problem.
I think just from the few calls that we've taken already, one of the lessons coming through for me is that we and our generation need to do better at actually forging closer relationships with one another as family members. I saw something the other day and it said, as cousins, we were so close when we were growing up. Like we used to do everything together. Remember when you used to go to your grand's house and put all the mattresses on the floor and we used to sleep?
Absolutely.
Oh man,
your cousins were your best
so much
friends.
Fun. Your cousins were your best
everything.
friends.
They were everything. Yeah, I still like that for me, I must say. That's still something I got.
But here's the thing, and this is what hurt me about that particular post that said, but it's so sad that today our children don't even know each other.
Yeah, and that is, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Exactly.
It's us. But here's a quick one before we go to the break. Let me just throw this in. It's from Leon A. Leon says, Morning Live, Christmas is no longer the same as it used to be. Our lives have changed a lot and we are pushed far apart from each other by life's challenges. And with our grandparents gone, a lot has changed. And I have to agree with that. Our grandparents had a lot to do with how close-knit we used to be as families.
A matriarch of a family. You can never, ever take a matriarch out of a family, because to try and fill that position, and you need somebody to fill that position, because that is the foundation. That is the weight that keeps you together.
Starting today, I'm going to start being that matriarch.
You're going to do it. Good on you.